Welcome to another video from Miniature Tanks Company. In this video we will be assembling the Burma Jeep. So clip away this windshield using wire cutters or your hobby pliers, and then cut away all the sprues and clean up the sprue marks. Either sand it down or cut away closely, cutting away these shocks, I think they're called. So just cut away those, and now I'm going to clean up the little sprue marks here. This Burma Jeep was interesting. It was only used in the Pacific Theater in World War II, and I think some in the Korean War, and yeah. So cut away this sprue here. And then cut away the sprue here for the little steering wheel. I always like to clean up the sprue marks by cutting away very closely, and you could sand it down if you wish as well. And cutting up and cleaning up this area for the steering wheel. Alright, what's next is I'm cutting this sprue and support plastic material underneath the wheel wells. This is a lot of plastic to support up the wheel wells, so you just have to cut that away. Underneath doesn't look as good, but generally you don't see what's underneath anyways. And of course, sanding it down can help. So just take these big chunks of plastic, cut them away, and then cut them nicely or closely like I'm doing here. Sand it down too if you wish. So while I'm cutting this big chunks of plastic under the wheel well, I'd like to mention that you can find my items at miniaturetanks.com. They're available there, but also available Miniature Tanks on eBay and Etsy by the name Miniature Tanks Co. And it's more expensive at eBay and Etsy, a full 15 to 20% more expensive to cover the seller fees there. So I'm just letting you know, if you want a cheaper price, go to miniaturetanks.com. And I also offer bulk pricing at miniaturetanks.com as well. And depending where you live, you may not be required to pay sales tax yet, whereas eBay and Etsy require it across the board. Alright, so just continue cutting away at this support plastic here. Almost done. One last little piece, cut there, and then cut and twist here and get that plastic there out of there. Now that piece should be done. Now actually the cutting away process of this model is done. Now we're going to glue this underside of this Jeep here, these two pieces. So just go ahead and I'm just cleaning up a little bit there. Yeah, so I'm just putting down some glue there and putting glue along these edges, glue there. Some of this, like where I'm doing glue right there, is pointless. That won't touch anything, but live and learn. Alright, so then put the piece like that, make sure it goes down. If you have quick setting glue, make sure it goes down in the correct place. Make sure that the front bumper is lined up well. Alright, so what's next is you want to put some glue right there. And then put this shock like that. Just put that there on that side. And then of course, now we're going to glue the other side. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to put some glue on the steering wheel, just get that squared away. Just put a little bit of glue there, and then I'm going to put the sprue mark facing down and put the little steering wheel there. There you go. There's the steering wheel. And then of course, what's next? Put some glue on the other side to glue on the shock on the other side as well. And make sure that these are lined up well when you glue these together in the correct place, because this is what will guide the wheels to be glued on. So they need to be correct, both of these in the same place. So what's next with this model is I'm going to go ahead and put some glue down in these spots here to put the bed on. So having that glue down, and if you have quick setting glue, make sure that you're putting it down in the right spot. And make sure the tailgate is facing back. So I'm actually going to face it this way, that way I can see if it's centered or not. Just glue it. This may be a place where you would prefer to have less quick setting glue. I'm learning with these kits, you sometimes want quick setting glue and sometimes you don't. And go ahead and nudge it up to the chair there, that's the way they were, and just make sure it's centered. Alright, so then go ahead and put some glue here under this well edge here, and then along this edge here, and this is where the step will go right there. And it's easy to figure out where that goes. It lines up well with the wheel well and the body of the truck, and just do the same thing on the other side. For some reason on the other side they made it bigger, so it's easy to figure out which side goes which way because there's two different sizes. There you go, put it like that. Alright, so what's next is go ahead and put some glue along this edge here. We're going to be gluing on the windshield. Just put some glue there and then carefully put down the windshield. Don't drop it. And put it down like that, a little bit at an angle facing back. Of course, it's optional, I believe, that you could put the windshield facing down like those Willys Jeeps did. That's what those little things are in the front hood to hold that. But for this kit, I would just have the windshield facing up. Okay. Gluing on the back wheel. Make sure that the axle it's gluing in the middle. And then of course put some glue on the other side and make sure that the wheel is in the middle. The axle's in the middle of the wheel. And then check that they're all even and everything. And then put some glue for the front tire. Now you'll notice there is 3 different types of front tires. Use the 2 ones that are the same with the wheels, the tires and the wheels, and the other one is a spare tire. Of course, the last step of this kit is to put some glue right there and put on the tire. So this kit is available, all these Burma Jeeps. This video is for the Burma Jeep with the bed here, the regular one, and then the one with the side rails, the one with the canopy, the one with the canopy and the cab, and the one without any bed. This is the video for that. I'll make another video for the one with the crane, That's a little more complex. Just make sure that these wheels are going evenly and all 4 are touching the surface of the table. Yep, so thanks much for taking a look. If you have purchased this, thank you, and if you haven't, take a look at it, miniaturetanks.com. That is the Burma Jeep from Miniature Tanks Company with the spare tire.